Remember when Honda shocked the world with the original NSX back in 1990? That aluminum-bodied marvel that made Ferrari engineers go back to the drawing board. Well, Acura is about to do it again, and this time, they might just write the final chapter in the gas-powered supercar story. The 2027 Acura NSX isn't just another hybrid sports car. It's a statement, a defiant middle finger to those who say the era of the naturally aspirated engine is dead. But here's the twist, and you need to hear this carefully, because Acura has engineered something that could make even the most die-hard petrol head consider going electric. I've been following the automotive industry for decades, and I can tell you, what Acura is proposing here isn't just evolution. It's revolution wrapped in familiarity. So buckle up, because what you're about to hear might challenge everything you thought you knew about the future of performance cars. Looking at the front of this machine, Acura has clearly learned from the mistakes of the second-generation NSX, where that car sometimes felt overwrought. This concept strikes a balance between aggression and elegance. The headlight design takes inspiration from the original pop-up headlights, but reimagines them as razor-thin LED strips that cut across the front fascia like samurai swords. The grille, and I use that term loosely because this is more of a sculptured air intake, is wider and lower than before. Acura's designers have created what they call an active aero front splitter that adjusts based on speed and driving mode. In my opinion, this is where Japanese design philosophy shines. It's functional art. No unnecessary flourishes, just purpose-driven beauty. Moving to the front three-quarter angle, you start to appreciate the proportions. The front overhang is minimal, almost non-existent, which tells you immediately that this is a mid-engine layout. The fender flares are muscular without being cartoonish, and there's a character line that runs from the headlight all the way back to the rear haunches. What strikes me most is how they've managed to make this car look both modern and timeless. It doesn't scream for attention like some Italian exotics, but make no mistake, this NSX will turn heads at every stoplight. The side air intakes are larger than the previous generation, hinting at the cooling requirements for what Acura promises is a groundbreaking powertrain. Now, spin around to the rear, and this is where Acura makes its boldest statement. The taillights form a continuous light bar, but not in that boring way every manufacturer is doing it now. These taillights have depth, with three-dimensional elements that create a jewel-like effect. The diffuser is aggressive, with 4 central exhaust outlets. Yes, you heard that right. 4 outlets. In an era where manufacturers are hiding exhausts or eliminating them entirely, Acura is celebrating them. The rear wing is integrated into the bodywork, but can deploy at speed, and from what we understand, it can adjust its angle independently on each side for better cornering stability. That's the kind of engineering detail that separates pretenders from contenders. From the rear three-quarter view, the NSX reveals its true athletic stance. The rear haunches are wide and purposeful, giving the car a planted, ready-to-pounce appearance. The roofline flows seamlessly into the rear deck, creating a silhouette that's unmistakably NSX, but thoroughly modern. You can see the air outlets behind the side windows, channeling heat away from that mid-mounted engine. What I appreciate most about this design is the restraint. In an era of outrageous wings and fake vents, Acura has created something that looks fast standing still, without resorting to visual gimmicks. This is a design that will age well, and for those of us who remember the original NSX, that's exactly what we want. Step inside, and you're greeted by what Acura calls a driver-focused cockpit. But that description doesn't do it justice. The dashboard is a masterclass in ergonomics meets technology. The instrument cluster is a configurable digital display. But here's what sets it apart. Acura has kept physical buttons for critical functions. Thank goodness. No digging through touchscreen menus to adjust the climate control or drive modes. The steering wheel is a flat-bottom design with integrated controls, and the materials are exceptional. We're talking Alcantara, carbon fiber, and premium leather throughout. What impresses me most is the simplicity. There's no clutter, no overwhelming array of buttons. Everything has its place, and everything is within easy reach. For those of us who actually drive our cars rather than just pose in them, this matters enormously. The seats deserve special mention because Acura has clearly studied what makes a great sports car seat. These aren't just buckets that hold you in place. They're sculpted thrones that provide support exactly where you need it. The bolsters are aggressive enough for track work, but not so extreme that you feel trapped. The seat materials combine perforated leather with Alcantara inserts, and from what we understand, they'd offer heating, cooling, and even a massage function. Now, some purists might scoff at massage seats in a supercar. But remember who's buying these cars. It's not 25-year-olds. It's successful enthusiasts who want performance without punishment. The rear visibility through that flying buttress design is actually better than you'd expect. Though let's be honest, you're buying this car to see what's ahead, not what's behind. The multimedia system centers around a portrait-oriented touchscreen that rises from the center console. It's running Acura's latest interface, which finally feels competitive with the best in the industry. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, as they should be. But here's where Acura shows they understand their audience. They've included a premium sound system developed in partnership with a high-end audio manufacturer. The system uses the car's structure as part of the acoustic design, with speakers strategically placed throughout the cabin. For those long drives to car shows or cross-country rallies, you'll appreciate having a sound system that does justice to your music collection. The voice recognition system is supposedly improved, though I'll believe that when I hear it. Every manufacturer claims breakthrough voice recognition, and most still struggle with basic commands. Beyond the obvious tech in the cabin, the 2027 NSX is packed with systems designed to make you faster, safer, and more connected. There's a track telemetry system that records every data point you could want. From lateral G-forces to brake temperatures, you can overlay your laps with optimal racing lines and compare your performance over time. For track day enthusiasts, this is gold. The safety features are comprehensive without being intrusive. Adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, all of it is there. But crucially, it can all be dialed back or turned off when you want pure driving involvement. Acura has included what they call precision all-wheel steer, a four-wheel steering system that can either turn the rear wheels in the opposite direction for better low-speed maneuverability or in the same direction for high-speed stability. This kind of technology used to be reserved for six-figure exotics, and now it's trickling down to Acura. That's progress. Now we get to the heart of the matter, the powertrain. Acura is being somewhat coy about final specifications, but here's what we know. It's a hybrid system combining a twin-turbo V6 with 3 electric motors. One motor drives the rear wheels working with the gas engine, while 2 independent motors power the front wheels. The combined output is rumored to be north of 700 horsepower. 700 horses in a car that weighs less than 3,500 pounds. Do the math. We're talking about a power-to-weight ratio that puts this firmly in supercar territory. But here's what excites me most. Unlike purely electric supercars that offer explosive acceleration but lack soul, this NSX promises to deliver both. You get instant electric torque for that gut-punching acceleration, but you also get the sound, the vibration, the emotional connection of a combustion engine. Acura claims 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds and a top speed exceeding 190 miles per hour. Those are numbers that would have been science fiction when the original NSX launched. The hybrid system isn't just about performance. It offers an electric-only mode for short distances, making this potentially the first supercar you could quietly sneak out of your neighborhood on Sunday morning without waking everyone up. So here's my take, and I'll be blunt about it. The 2027 Acura NSX represents everything a modern supercar should be. It's technologically advanced without being alienating. It's brutally fast without being unusable. It's exclusive without being pretentious. For those of us who grew up dreaming about the original NSX, who remember when Honda proved that supercars didn't need to be temperamental Italian divas, this new version feels like a worthy successor. Could this be the last great gas-powered supercar from Acura? Possibly. Probably. Even. And if that's the case, what a way to go out. As for pricing, Acura hasn't released official numbers, but industry insiders suggest we're looking at somewhere between $170,000 and $200,000. That positions it squarely against the Corvette Z06, the Porsche 911 Turbo, and even some entry-level McLarens. Is it worth it? That depends on what you value. If you want a supercar that you can actually drive every day, that won't bankrupt you in maintenance costs,